A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is bread. B-R-E-A-D.
Really?
You bet your life! The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only... Groucho!
Hey, that's me, Groucho Marx, the Queen of the May. Thank you. Well, here I am again with $1,500 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's first?
We invited some girl gas station attendants and some hot rod drivers to the program. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Miss Dorothy Donata and Don Stedman. And here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, kids, for the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll split $100 in cash between you. It's a common word, something you see every day. A hot rod driver and a girl service attendant, eh? Dorothy Donata? I presume you're the girl service attendant? Eh?
Yes, I am, sir.
I thought so. You're wearing pumps, that's why. Where are you from, Dorothy?
Oh, I'm from the beer and pretzel capital of the world, Reading, Pennsylvania.
There's a drunk in the first row. And, Don Stedman, you're the hot rod driver. Where are you from? Hot Springs?
No, sir. I'm from the Sooner State, Oklahoma.
You both look like fairly new models. Don, how old are you?
22.
22. And what's your age, Dorothy?
22.
Well, you still got the original paint job, huh? Are you married, Dorothy?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Oh, I still have time yet.
So have I. Shall we dance? Why aren't you married, Don?
Well, I still got a little ways to go.
Well, if you're driving a hot rod, it won't be long before you'll get there. How do you go about building one of your highway rockets?
Well, you rebuild the front end, put in new kingpins and new shocks all the way around, and then you have to change the gears in your differential. You got to get your manifold. Some of them are running 4 pots this year.
No what?
Some of them are running 4 pots now.
Well, I've been half-potted, but I didn't know what is a pot, anyhow?
That's a carburetor.
Why don't you call it a carburetor?
Well, that's just like building a stock car.
I see. You're too snobbish to call it. Well, what else? What else do they do?
Well, there was one fellow that put 2 front ends, one on the front, one on the back.
Well, what is the object of that? That sounds...
Well, you'll have to admit it's different.
You seem to be more interested in freaks than you are in locomotion. Dorothy, how about some service? You've been standing there all this time, and you haven't even wiped my windshield. Tell me, what do you think of hot rodders?
Oh, I think they're swifty.
You think they're what?
Swifty.
Did you know you were swifty?
Sure, I know it.
Now, where do you attend your gas pumps, Dorothy?
The Gilmore Serve Yourself service station, Beverly Boulevard.
I see. Thought that's what you were there for. What do you mean, serve yourself?
You just serve yourself. You come in and serve your own gas and wipe your own windshield and check your own oil, and then you pay me. If
I'm going to do all that, I'll put the money in my own pocket and leave. Huh? You call that a service station?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose a woman drives into your station. Do you make her do all that work?
I treat the men and women alike.
Well, if you ever expect to get married, you're going to have to revise that policy. Not much, Dorothy, but some, huh? What do you girls call yourselves? I'm sure you don't refer to each other as girl gas station attendants, do you?
No, we call each other gas jockeys.
There's a whole new language sprung up. I'm completely out of touch with the outside world. Do you save hot rod drivers?
Oh, we certainly do.
Well, will you save me one the next time I come in there? Now, how much gas does the average hot rod driver buy?
Well, it all depends how much money they have in their pockets. We had one come in today that bought 3 cents worth.
Well, can he get out of the station with 3 cents worth? What do you do, drop it in his ear? John, how far can you get on 3 cents worth of gas?
Well, I've never been that cheap. Let's
assume that you were broke, not necessarily cheap. Let's say you were broke and only had 3 cents. How far would you go in your car?
Well, I bought 5 cents worth, and I got...
But you wouldn't be so cheap to buy 3 cents. What about 4 cents worth? Nothing under a nickel, huh? Okay, how far do you get on a nickel's worth of gas?
Oh, I almost got home.
You mean all the way to Oklahoma? Now, how fast can one of your hot rods travel, Don?
Well, if you push it, it should go between...
No, I mean if you're inside the car. This is with a nickel's worth of gas, I guess.
No, when I mean push it, I mean you got your foot in the carburetor.
Everything you say has another meaning. How fast did you say you could go?
Well, most of them are... I won't say if they push it. Most of them...
You can say it again if you want. I'm inured to everything now.
If you push it, they go from between 120 to 160.
Mm-hmm. Well, where do you drive 150 miles an hour? And where are you going? And what's your hurry?
Well, we're racing against the clock at Lake El Mirage.
Does the clock run alongside of you?
No, I mean, we're racing against time.
Oh, time. Right?
Well,
he's kind of cute at that, isn't he? Dorothy, do you like him?
Sure I do. Very much.
Well, I like him too, Dorothy. Don, you'll have to choose between us. I'm not going to do very well, I can tell you. Dorothy, I think you'd be perfectly safe going on a ride with Don here. After all, at 150 miles an hour, he has to keep both hands on the steering wheel. Isn't that right, Don?
No, not necessarily.
Well, if the girl you take out isn't an angel, she will be by the time you get back. When you see me crossing the street, all I ask is just stop and wait for about 20 minutes, huh? Until I'm safely on the other side. How carefully do you drive, Don?
Well, most of the guys that drive roadsters are, 90% of them are very careful. They take pride in their cars and they drive them safe, and mechanically they are A1. We're now trying to get them off the streets from racing by driving it, having the races up at El Mirage, and they're racing against time only, and the cars are in perfect condition, and that's about it.
Well, my advice for you is to take your car into your nearest DeSoto Plymouth dealer. As a matter of fact, I think during the last war it was proven that many of the best airplane pilots were kids who had been driving hot rods. Well, Only let me know when you're coming down my street, will you? Now that we've discussed the hot rod situation, let's see how well you two make out in the quiz. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play your Bet Your Life for a chance at the $1,500 question.
The best in service at a fair price. That's what the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America offer you when you take your car to any of them for service, no matter what make of car you drive. These DeSoto Plymouth dealers believe in giving every customer a fair deal. This fair deal consists of expert mechanics working with the best tools and equipment to give you an efficient job every time. Also, a desire on the part of every dealer to treat you courteously and to charge you a fair price. It's easy to see. A DeSoto Plymouth dealer wants you for a steady and satisfied customer. So next time your car needs attention, won't you stop in at the sign of an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer? And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth.
Now, let's see if you two will get a chance at the $1,500. Fenneman, tell them the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected songs by Rodgers and Hart as your category, right? Here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you try?
10.
Now, what is the title of this song? Play, Jerry. What is it? Blue Moon is right.
And they're on their way with $30.
And how much of the 30 will you bet?
15.
$15. What is the title of this one?
I can't remember Where or When.
Where or When is correct.
They're starting for Kelly have $45.
All right, you got $45. Here's your third question. How much of the 45?
$40.
$40. Give me the title of this one. Okay, Jerry.
This Can't Be Love.
This Can't Be Love is correct.
They're really fighting now. They have $85.
All right, you're right back in that hot rod now. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 85?
$70.
$70.
$70. Let's see if you can identify this song.
And then My Heart Stood Still.
My Heart Stood Still is right.
And they wind up with a grand total of $155.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Stick around now. You may get the chance at the big question.
Groucho, the secret word is still bread.
I know that, George.
Well, perhaps the next couple will say it.
I know that, too.
We invited some tax assessors to the show, and
I didn't know that.
Oh. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected one of them, Mrs. Helen Carr. Her partner, Mr. Bill Redding, is a married man from the audience. And here they come. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to Your Bet Your Life, and if you say the secret word, you'll split $100 in cash. It's a common word, something you see every day. A tax assessor, eh? That's you, Mr. Reddick?
No, I'm a hotel clerk.
I thought you said you were a tax assessor.
No, you just said that.
Oh, is that where I heard it, huh? Then you're a tax assessor, Mrs. Helen Carr?
Yes, I am.
How long have you two been married?
I'm not married to him. No.
Well, don't come running to me with your trouble. Aren't you ashamed, Mr. Reddick, breaking up a happy home like hers?
No, I just met her a few minutes ago.
Fast worker, eh? Where are you from, you rascal, you? Mr. Reddick, where are you from?
Well, I'm from College View or Peanut Hill, Nebraska. That's a suburb just outside of Lincoln.
I didn't know Lincoln had any suburbs. And where are you from, Mrs. Carr?
Originally Boone, Iowa.
Boone, is that named after Daniel Boone? Boone?
Yes, it is.
Named after Daniel Boone.
Yeah.
Do you know what he was famous for?
Well, no, I don't. He had a coonskin cap.
There's a man spent his whole life as a hero, and he wound up being identified as a fellow who wore a coonskin cap. When I die, I'll be known as an old mustache, I suppose. How long have you been married, Mr. Reddick?
Oh, about 31 or 32 years.
Mm-hmm. How did you meet this poor misled wife of yours?
Well, at the time I was a night clerk, and I had an Excelsior motorcycle. This particular morning while I was rushing home, and just as I scooted around the corner, while she was stooping over to set down a pail of garbage.
It's a very romantic meeting.
I landed up, mixed up with the garbage and with an injured knee. And it took me about 2 weeks before I was able to ride the motorcycle again. And during that intermission, why, she used to come around and sit on the front porch.
That's known as a Freudian slip. I used to know a girl who wore one of those. Now, Mrs. Carr, isn't it unusual for a woman to be a tax assessor?
Oh, no. 6 out of 7 of us are women.
What is the other one, a giraffe? Now, as a tax deputy, what are your duties?
I go around the county door to door taking statements for personal property.
Just what is personal property? Huh?
Personal property is anything you own or use.
That's the broadest statement I ever heard. You mean I have to pay a tax on my neighbor's shower? Well, I use it all the time. Now, Mrs. Carr, pretend I'm a housewife and you're making a routine call. Now, go ahead and ask me the usual questions.
So, good morning. I want to take your statement. Do you have any real estate?
I have a 50-foot lot. Continue.
How deep is it?
It's about 30 feet deep. That's only at high tide. Go on.
Do you own any personal property?
Furniture? Yeah, all the furniture in my living room is new. We got it by sending in soap coupons.
Well, what do you have in the other rooms?
I have 3 million bars of soap. Huh? Well, I can't clean that time. Well, now that I know all about tax assessments, let's see how well you two are going to make out with You Bet Your Life. Now, you run your $20 into more than the other couples, and you get a chance at the $1,500 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman is off stage to remind our listeners.
The hot rod driver and the girl gas attendant earned $155.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can bid you $20. You selected pictures on paper money as your category. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you try?
$10.
$10. Whose picture's on the $5 bill?
That's Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln. You knew that from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Got off to a good start with $30.
Well, you got $30. Remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you bet?
We'll bet the whole 30.
The whole 30. Whose picture is on the $20 bill?
That's Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is right.
Now they have $60.
Well, you're really gamblers. Now, you got $60. Here's your third question. How much of the 60?
We bet the 60.
You're going to bet the 60. Whose picture is on the $10 bill?
That's Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
They're really climbing now, Groucho. They have $120.
Got $120. How much of the $120 are you going to pay? You're going to bet.
120.
You're going to bet the whole works, huh? Whose picture is on the $1 bill?
George Washington.
George Washington.
And they wind up with a grand total of $240.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $1,500 question.
You know, friends, when you're out driving on a long automobile trip, keep in mind that there are more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast.
Fenneman, don't you know when a person's driving a car, he's supposed to keep his mind on the road?
Well then, folks, when you're at home, thinking about that trip in your car, remember there's a DeSoto Plymouth dealer near you.
I can practically feel his hot breath on my spare tire.
That's just the warmer weather ahead, Groucho. And it's just one more reason why you should drive in to a DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Touché, Fenneman. Now let's get back to You Bet Your Life. Who's ahead?
Well, the tax assessor and the married man are leading with $240. And the secret word is still bread. We invited some game wardens and some commercial fishermen to the program tonight. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Warden Walter Shannon and fisherman Vince Devlahovich. And here they are. Gentlemen, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, boys, to the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 in cash between you. It's a common word, something you see every day. A commercial fisherman and a game warden, eh? What is your name?
Devlahovich.
Devlahovich, huh? What is that, Russian?
No, that's Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia, huh? Are you from Yugoslavia?
I was born here, San Pedro.
Are you a skipper or a member of the crew?
I'm a skipper.
A skipper, huh? Could you skip around for me here? Did you ever wear a skipperelli gown or a hat or anything? You think they'd pay to come in, wouldn't you? You're the game warden, Mr. Shannon?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me, Warden, this sounds like old times. Can we call you? Warden, what are your principal duties?
Our principal duties are to watch people who are hunting and fishing.
Oh, a television fan, eh? Or as we say in the business, TV. That means terrible vaudeville, huh? Ah, there are still diehards that listen to radio. Huh? Why do you watch people fishing and hunting? Haven't you got anything better to do, Mr. Shannon?
To see if they violate the fish and game laws.
Well, can't they violate it without you watching them? What kind of laws do they violate?
They catch and hunt out of season, catch fish out of season. Sometimes shoot females.
What kind of females? Huh?
Such as does, deer.
Does females, you mean? What do you mean by does females?
And the deer, does females.
What about them females? Or dumb females? That's even more accurate, huh? Now, Warden, what gives you the most trouble on your job?
As a rule, people hunting and fishing out of season.
Mm-hmm. Now, when is the deer season?
In the southern part of the state, here it runs from about August 7th to October 15th.
Well, how can the deer tell when it's open season?
Well, I suppose by the bullets whizzing by.
I guess that's true, huh? And they know for sure when they see the hunters dropping like flies, too. Now, mackerel bait, around here, where is the best place to catch sardines?
In the ocean.
No, what I meant was, in what part of the ocean do you catch sardines?
Well, offshore of San Diego up to Santa Barbara City.
What kind of fish do you catch?
Mostly sardines and tuna.
Now, how much do you get for your tuna?
Well, the yellowfin tuna, you get $310 a ton. When we get a load of tuna, which is 90 ton, we split the money. The crew gets 65% of the share, and the boat gets 35%.
The boat walks up and asks for it? Anything unusual ever happen to you when you're off on one of these fishing trips?
Well, yes. A couple of months ago, We were pinched by the game warden for...
Where did he pinch you?
Well, we were supposed to be fishing in Santa Monica Bay, but...
So what happened?
Well, we paid a fine. Each crew member paid $25 fine.
And the boat pays part of it, too?
Yes.
The boat walks right down to the police station? That's a very intelligent boat, you know that. I don't know what you need a crew for at all. Well, I know all about fishing and hunting. Now, let's see how well you two make out in the battle for the $1,500 question. You beat the other two couples and you win the chance at all that money. I can't tell you how much our first couple's won, but Fenneman's going to remind our listeners.
The tax assessor and the married man are ahead with $240.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected national parks as your category. Is that right? All right. Now talk right up into the microphone. How much of the $20 you're going to try?
$10.
$10. In what state is Hot Springs National Park?
Arkansas.
Arkansas is right.
All right, Groucho, with $30.
All right. Remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. How much of the 30 will you try?
25.
25. In what state is the Everglades National Park?
Florida.
Florida is correct.
Now they have $55.
$55. Here's your third question. How much of the 55?
50.
50. In what state is Zion National Park?
Utah.
Utah is right.
Now they have $105.
Now you got $105. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 105?
100. It's okay with me.
100.
Okay. In what state is Mammoth Caves National Park?
Kentucky.
Kentucky is right.
And they wind up with a grand total of $205. And that means the tax assessor and the married man with $240 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question. Is your car ready for the warmer weather? If not, why not stop in now at a DeSoto Plymouth dealer's? To put your car in tip-top condition, your DeSoto Plymouth dealer will give it an engine tune-up. This should be done to prepare your car for the warmer weather ahead. So be sure to stop in at the sign of an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer first chance you get. No matter which of the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers you visit for that check tune-up, you can be sure of getting efficient, courteous service at a fair price wherever you see the sign of an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And here is the tax assessor and the married man, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question, Groucho.
Here we go for $1,500. You ready?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so think carefully and please no help from the audience. Here it is. The Pony Express took 9 days to travel from St. Joseph, Missouri to the Western Terminal. For $1,500, what was the western end of the Pony Express run? What is the answer you two have decided upon?
Salt Lake.
I'm sorry. It's Sacramento, California. So that means the big question next week will be worth $2,000. Well, you lost the big money, but you won $240 in the quiz. Congratulations and thanks to both of you.
You Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. Two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week, the big question will be worth $2,000.
Well, Bing Crosby's champing at the bit, so good night, folks. And remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
tip from the National Safety Council. Two of the most important rules of the road are courtesy and common sense. This is George Fenneman, signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is door. D-O-O-R.
I didn't know you could spell it, George.
You bet your life. The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
What a ham. Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again with $2,000 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's supposed to try for it?
Just before we went on the air, we asked if there were any young people present who'd like to get married if they found the right person. And here come the two who were chosen. Miss Birgitta Lindholm, Mr. Bill Wendland. Meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, you handsome couple, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll split $100 in cash. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Birgitta Lindholm, is that right?
That's right.
That's a charming name. What kind of a name is it?
That's a Swedish name. I come from Stockholm, Sweden.
From Stockholm, huh? Well, in Sweden, what do you pay for a room in Smorgasbord?
Oh, well, you don't live in Smorgasbord.
Oh, you don't live in a Smorgasbord? Well, could you say something in Swedish? How does it sound? Tell me what you think of me in Swedish.
Well, I'll tell you. Jag tycker ni är väldigt trevliga med en ganska lustig typ.
Now, I dare you to say that in English.
Well, I said I thought you were a very nice man, but a funny character.
Would you mind qualifying that a little more? How long since you were in Sweden, Birgitta?
Oh, I came over here last year in January.
And what kind of work are you doing here in America?
I have a job with the Swedish consulate.
You have a job with the Swedish consulate? You know, job is boy spelled backwards. In other words, you have a backwards boy at the Swedish consulate. Bill Wendland, is that right?
That's right, sir.
What kind of a name is that?
That's a German name, sir.
German. Were you born in Germany?
No, sir. In Minnesota, Duluth, Minnesota.
Oh. Did you like Minnesota? Were the winters too rigorous?
They were too rigorous, yes.
I took the words right out of his mouth, didn't I? How old are you, Bill?
I'm 30.
What is your age, Birgitta?
I'm 25.
You're 25? No, you don't look it. I thought you were 24 and a half. Would you like to get married one of these days?
I wouldn't mind if I find the right one.
Uh-huh. Well, why do you want to get married?
Well, I'd like to have a home and a family.
That's a good preliminary step in that case. How about you, Bill? Would you like to get married?
Yes, I would.
Why don't you marry Miss Lindholm?
Well, that'd be rushing things.
Well, she isn't Russian. She's Swedish. What sort of work do you do, Bill?
I work for the Associated Telephone Company.
In what capacity?
I'm a repairman.
Well, in that case, you could associate with Miss Lindholm if you were with the Associated Phone Company, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And she's looking for the right connection. And suppose my phone isn't working. How do I get you to fix it?
Well, you call a repair clerk at the Associated Phone Company.
Well, how do I do that? Do I just dial your phone company and tell the girl my phone is out of order?
Oh, you go to a neighbor's phone and call.
It happens that's the one I'm already using. do you think I got in this trouble? Now, Brigitte, is that right, Brigitte?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Sounds like an Irish name. Brigitte, let's be getting out of here. Now, tell me something about Sweden. Is it true that all Swedes are blondes?
Well, I would say about 30% of them are light.
30% of them are light, huh? How light? They weigh about 15 pounds?
I mean, they are light-headed.
Miss Lindholm, you just lost your job. Well, we practically exhausted the subject of telephones in Sweden. Now, let's see how you two will make out in the battle for the big question. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life.
Have you ever had your car serviced by a DeSoto Plymouth dealer? No matter what make of car you own, you'll find a DeSoto Plymouth dealer offers you the best service you can get anywhere. The folks at a DeSoto Plymouth dealers are certain that once they have a chance to serve you, you'll come back whenever your car needs attention. What's more, they'll do their utmost to treat you fairly and squarely at all times. That's their creed. So won't you give them a chance to show you what service really means? Drive in wherever you see the sign of an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth.
So you think I'm a funny character, huh? All right, let's see if you two will be high for the night and get the chance at the $2,000. Fenham, and tell them the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they won in each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected songs with numbers in the title as your category. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, how much of the 20 will you risk?
I think about $8.
$8, huh? Is that all right with you, Brigitte? Okay. Give me the title of this song. Play, Jerry.
3 Little Words.
3 Little Words is right, by Harry Ruby.
They're on their way. They have $28, Groucho.
Now you've got $28. Now remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. Now how much of the 28 will you try?
15.
Okay, $15. What is the title of this song? It has a number in the title. Take a stab at it. Don't know? Don't know. Well, you've just lost $15. I'm very sorry.
They now have $13.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you want to know what it is? It's just one of those things. All right, here's your third question. How much of the 13 will you risk?
We'll risk 5.
$5. Let's see if you can identify this one. Okay, Jerry. What is it? What's the answer you've decided on?
Bugle Call Rag?
No, I'm sorry. You're close, but it's the 12th Street Rag.
They now have $8, Groucho.
How much of the 8 will you risk?
3?
Or $3.
Make it 5.
Make it 5. Okay, play, Jerry.
Sleepy People.
2 Sleepy People is right. With $13. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, don't go away. You may get a chance at the big question.
Groucho, the secret word is still door. Perhaps the next couple will say it. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a house painter, Mr. Milton Carg, and his partner is a housewife, Mrs. Grace Walker, and here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life, and if you say the secret word, you divide $100 in cash between you. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. A house painter and a housewife, eh? Mr. Carg, eh? Milt Carg. Where are you from, Milt?
Coney Island.
Coney Island, huh? Were you born on a Ferris wheel? Or on a...
Well, one of the flats.
You were born on a flat?
In a flat.
Oh, in a flat, huh? They call them apartments out here.
I know.
They're just as bad, but they're much more expensive. Mrs. What is your name?
Walker.
Grace Walker?
That's right.
Uh-huh. Where are you from, Grace?
Well, I was born in New Jersey.
And what sort of work does your husband do?
He's a miner, or he would be a miner. Right now he's pruning trees in Texas.
You say he's in Texas, and
he's in
why
Texas.
aren't you with him, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I'm a miner, too.
You're a miner?
That's right.
What kind of a miner are you?
I'm a copper miner. I worked a mine for 16 years, mister.
Oh, I see. Well, is there any copper in your mine, or you just get down there to escape
Well,
from
I
something?
no, there's copper in it. I wish I could get all that's in it out.
Why don't you get some strong, brawny men to help you get this copper out?
I can get it out if the Navy would let me.
Oh, now you're in the Navy, huh?
Yes, I'm in Gunnery B.
You're in Gunnery B?
That's right.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, am I confused? Your husband is pruning trees in Texas. You work in a copper mine, and you're in the Navy. Now, would you...
The Navy just took 1,600 square miles for a gunnery, and I was in the middle of things, and they asked me to get out.
Well, did they reimburse you for this?
They will, but I hate to hold my breath until they do.
Would you like me to hold it for you? How did you get to be a miner, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I went prospecting. You know, once you get bit by that bug, it's terrible.
Well, that's the only kind of bug that hasn't bitten me so far. Now, Painter, tell me, how is business with you, Milt?
Picking up right now.
What kind of painting do you do?
House painting, interior, exterior.
Which
homes.
would you rather paint, the inside or the outside of a house?
Well, it don't make much difference.
Well, it'd make quite a difference to the house, I think. You mean if I hired you to paint the inside of my house, you'd go ahead and paint the outside?
No.
Why not? Have you got something against the outside of the house?
Nothing against the outside.
Well, you better have a ladder against it if you're going to paint it. Have you ever painted yourself into a corner, Rembrandt? Honest now. Tell the truth.
I didn't exactly paint myself in a corner. I painted myself up to a door and thought the door...
Milt, you just said door, and that's the secret word tonight, so you and your partner split $100 in cash. Compliments of the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America.
Thank you.
Now, where were we while you were knocking the door down, huh? You painted yourself?
I was painting a floor, and I was painting up to a door, and the door was supposed to... I thought the door opened out. Instead, the door opened in. I walked back on the floor and opened the door and then go and paint it over again.
Sounds funny. I don't understand it, but it sounds funny. Well, now I know all about painting, thanks to you, Milt. Now, let's see how much you two know. You're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $2,000 DeSoto Plymouth question. You run your $20 into more than the other couples, and you get a chance at the big question. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman is off stage to remind our listeners.
The girl from Sweden and the telephone man won $13.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected nicknames of states as your category. How much of the $20 will you bet?
Bet 10.
$10? What state is called the Hoosier State?
Indiana.
Back home in Indiana.
And on their way with $30.
All right, you got $30. Remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. How much of the 30 will you bet?
20.
$20. What state is called the Sunflower State?
Kansas.
Kansas is right.
Now they have $60.
Mrs. Walker, you haven't been in that copper mine all the time. Now you got... Here's your third question. How much of the 50 are you going to go for?
Oh, 30.
All right, you're betting $30. Here's your third question. What state is called the Empire State?
New York State.
New York is right. Coney Island.
They're really climbing now. They have $80.
All right, you got $80. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 80?
Bet the 80.
What state is called the Bluegrass State?
Kentucky.
Kentucky is right.
And they wind up a grand total of $160.
Thanks Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $2,000 question.
Friends, no matter what make of car you own, I hope you'll look for the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
What's wrong, Fenneman? Is it lost?
Oh, no, Groucho, but you can lose your driving worries at a DeSoto Plymouth dealers because their mechanics are factory trained in the latest methods.
Do they play canasta?
I can't say, Groucho.
Can't say Groucho? This will make it very embarrassing for you on this program, Fenneman, who's ahead in the battle for the $2,000 question?
Well, the house painter and the housewife are leading with their $160. And the secret word is still door. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a junk dealer, Mr. Howard Martin, and his partner is Dr. Harry Husky, who is a designer and a builder of an electronic brain. And here they are. Gentlemen, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, gentlemen, to You Bet Your Life. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Mr. Junkman, Howard Martin, you're the junkman, huh?
Yes, I am.
Pretty flashy dresser for a junkman. Well, stick around tonight. Before the night's over, I may junk the whole program, huh? Where are you from, junkie?
Burbank, California.
Burbank, huh? Have you ever crossed a vegetable with a boulevard or something?
Not yet.
Dr. Harry Husky, huh? You have an electronic brain?
That's right.
What should I call you, Doctor, Harry, or Husky?
Anything that you like.
Now, don't go that far. Where are you from, Doctor?
I come from the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina.
Smoky Mountains. Well, welcome to the smoggy plains of L.A. Now, Dr. Husky, straighten me out about your electronic brain. Precisely, what is it?
Precisely?
Exactly.
It's a large-scale electronic computing machine.
Well, what does it compute?
Well, it's just being put together. We still have some parts to put into it. It doesn't compute anything yet.
Can't even add 2 and 2? What a schlemiel that is, huh? Just a moron, huh? Doctor, what is this machine for, this robot?
Well, it's to carry out sequences of computations to compare figures.
If you're going to compare figures, I don't need an electric brain for that. It's called an automatic reflex in my case. Now, as a brain surgeon, are you engaged in private practice, Doctor?
No, I'm not an MD. I'm just a mathematician. I work for the National Bureau of Standards, and the computing machine we're building is being financed by the Air Material Command of the United States Air Force.
What does your giant mixmaster look like?
Well, it covers about 50 square foot of floor space, about 4 foot wide, 12 foot long, about 8 foot high.
Look at the junk man drooling over all this. What a haul, eh, Howard? Doctor, what's inside this idiot?
Well, there's about 2,000 radio tubes, about 40 television tubes, and miles of wire. 2,000
radio tubes? No wonder it's feeble-minded, huh? It's got a screw loose, too, I suppose. Now, Junkman, let's talk to you for a moment, huh? How do you get your junk? Do you park your horse and wagon outside radio studios and wait for the winning contestants to come out?
Well, people bring it into our shop, and then we have our own pickup trucks to go out to the plumbing shops and electrical places and industries and so forth and bring it into us.
I've got a lot of paper at home, all my old jokes I've saved through the years. How much do you pay for paper?
Well, at the present time, we're paying about $4 a ton.
Now, how much are the jokes worth?
Well, I'd say nothing.
That isn't fair. You must have heard the jokes. Now, Doctor, when you push a button, what goes on inside this chowder head? Providing, of course, he's got all his buttons by that time.
Well, it carries out these operations of addition and multiplication, division, and so on. It does these at an extremely high rate of speed, and you must make sure that the correct instructions are there.
Say I want to add 2 and 2 now. How do you go about commanding it?
Well,
that ought to be pretty easy for that jerk. Oh, I hate that machine. I didn't like him from the minute I saw him.
To carry out the addition of 2 and 2, you must tell the machine where the 2's are in its memory, and that you want the numbers added, and where the result is to be placed in the machine's memory.
Wouldn't it be just simpler to take off your shoes and count on your toes? Let's say it's been fully instructed. Now, what happens?
The control part of the machine, or brains of the machine, if you like, looks at the instructions.
What? How do you know it's looking at it? Maybe it's looking at something else. They're pretty tricky, those machines. I wouldn't trust them about these. They'll turn on you like a mad dog, Doctor. You be careful when you're alone with that machine, Doctor. I like you. You're a nice fellow, and I don't want anything to happen to you. Okay. Suppose it comes up with 5 for an answer. What do you do then?
Well, it shouldn't do that. You can't...
That's right, but I warned you about the machine. Told you to watch yourself. You just won't listen, that's all.
Well, you can't confuse the machine. Probably you gave it a wrong instruction if this happens. You see.
Oh, now you're going to blame it on me. I haven't even seen the confounded thing. Who gets to use that brain, Doctor?
As I said, the Air Material Command has financed the construction of it, so Air Force contractors will get to use it. Also, as scientists with worthwhile problems will have access to the machine.
Well, you've convinced me. That's some baby you've got there. Now, Junkman, wake up. Tell me, how much would you say Dr. Husky's machine is worth?
How much does it weigh?
Now, there's a practical man. All right, Doctor, tell him, huh?
It probably weighs 2 or 3 tons.
Oh, I'd say with all the steel and copper and so forth, why, it'd be worth about $100.
How close is he, Doc?
It's costing us about $200,000 to build it.
Junkman, your estimate was very fair. After all, we realize you have to make a small profit, too. Well, Doctor, I'm convinced you're doing a worthwhile work that will make life easier and better for all of us. And I congratulate you and the National Bureau of Standards. All right, now let's play You Bet Your Life. You run your $20 into more than the other couples, and you get a chance at the $2,000 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much the other couples won, but Fenneman is going to remind our listeners.
The house painter and the housewife are ahead with $160.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected adjacent states as your category. Is that right? Here's your first question. What state is directly north of Oregon?
Washington.
Washington is right. Remember you... Oh, wait a minute. All right, well, leave it up to their honesty. How much would you have bet?
We were going to bet $10.
That's a fair thing. I trust him. A man who's got a $200,000 machine isn't going to... At any rate, it was my responsibility. Remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. Now you've got $30. How much of the $30 are you going to bet? I'm taking no more chances, huh?
We'll bet $25.
You're going to bet $25. What state is directly south of Oklahoma? Texas is right.
They're climbing. They have $55.
How much of the $55 will you bet?
Bet $40.
$40. What state is directly north of Alabama?
Tennessee.
Tennessee is right.
Now they have $95.
This doctor doesn't need any mechanical help, I see that. How much are the 95?
90.
$90. What state is directly north of Missouri?
Kansas.
Is that the answer you two have decided on? I'm sorry, it's Iowa. That's a shame, that's a shame. Well, you're practically cleaned out, and we want you to go away from here a little better off than when you came in. So if you get this question right, you'll be $10 richer. The University of Ohio is in what state? Ohio is right.
They wound up with a grand total of $5, and that means the house painter and the housewife with $160 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question. You can't be particular about your car without being particular about where you take it for service. That's why more and more motorists every day take their cars to DeSoto Plymouth dealers. For these dealers, more than 3,000 of them, from one end of this country to the other, offer you the very best service you can get for your car, and at a price that's fair. They have factory-trained mechanics working with factory-designed and approved tools and equipment. Efficient mechanics who do the job right, who do it fast, and who do it with a smile. Keep this in mind next time your car needs expert attention. And drive in at the sign of an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And here's the housewife and the house painter, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question, Groucho.
This is the gal with the copper mine and the painter, eh? Well, let's see if you can paint yourself $2,000. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on one single answer between you for $2,000, so think carefully and please no help from the audience. Here it is. The colony of Rhode Island was founded in 1636 as a haven of religious tolerance. Who was the founder of Rhode Island? All right, what's the answer you two decided on?
The Pilgrims.
No, I'm sorry. It's Roger Williams, pioneer of religious liberty and freedom. So that means the big question next week will be worth $2,500. Well, you lost the big money, but you won $160 in the quiz, plus $100 for saying the secret word. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you.
You Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week the big question will be worth $2,500.
By the way, folks, if you notice a prehistoric monster glaring at you from the newsstands, don't be alarmed. It's only me on the cover of Newsweek. They have a comprehensive story about us in Newsweek, which appears on the stands tomorrow. Of course, I deny everything. So good night, folks, and remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Folks, here's a tip from the National Safety Council. Good brakes stop many accidents before they get started. This is George Fenneman, signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is foot. F-O-O-T.
Really?
You'll bet your life. The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
Brother, what I know about him. Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx! Thank you. Well, here I am again with $2,500 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's supposed to try for it?
We invited some locksmiths and some dynamite experts to the program, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected locksmith Robert Eads and dynamiter Robert Crabtree. And here they are. Gentlemen, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, boys, for the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you always have with you. A locksmith and a dynamiter, eh? Mr. Dynamite, Bob Crabtree, is that right?
Yes, sir, that's right.
What kind of a name is that? English?
That's right.
It's not an uncommon name, is it?
Well, not as uncommon as Marx. So.
Is this what I can expect for the next few minutes? You're the dynamite man, huh?
That's correct.
Have you got any with you?
No, we don't generally carry it with us.
That's good. At least we can count on you to stay with us for the whole show, huh? Where are you from, Mr. Crabtree?
Oh, I was born in Reno, Nevada.
Well, how did you come by train, or were you blown out of town? Where do you work, Mr. Crabtree?
Oh, I work for the Hercules Powder Company here in Los Angeles.
And Mr. Locksmith, what is your name? Eads? Where'd you go to school? Did you go to Yale?
I went to Fairfax.
You went to Fairfax? Yeah. Oh, Beatrice? Or where do you work, Mr.
Downtown. I own my own business, Speedo Key Service.
The Speedo Key Service? What does that mean?
That means speed and service.
Have you ever been locked out at home?
Yes, I have.
He's got nice business, this fella, huh? Ain't he getting his own house? Why? What happened?
I just lost the keys.
Now, what kind of jobs are most common in your business?
Oh, opening cars,
opening
homes, opening automobiles, homes, offices, changing combinations, general repairs, installations.
I change my combinations about 3 times a week, huh? I change them more often, but I have to wash them myself. Huh? If you think my combinations are washed out, you should see me around 8 o'clock in the morning. How do you change the combination of a lock?
By the rearrangement of the tumblers or the replacement.
What do you mean, tumblers? You mean they have midget acrobats inside? What are tumblers?
Tumblers are the pins that, the different length pins that go to make up the combination of the lock.
TNT, that's you, Dynamite. By the way, what does TNT stand for?
It stands for trinitrotoluene.
Oh. I thought it stood for tamales, knockwurst, and tortillas. That's a pretty explosive combination, too. Do you have many accidents in your profession?
Well, the average powderman only has one accident.
That's the most conclusive statement I ever heard. What would happen if you accidentally dropped a stick of dynamite?
Well, probably nothing. However, we don't recommend dropping any dynamite.
Why not?
Well, in the first place, it's made to explode, and we treat it as such.
What happens if somebody drops a stick of dynamite? Would he be fired?
He probably wouldn't be fired.
Well, you mean if you could find him?
If we could find him.
Well, I've learned a lot about locks and dynamite. Now, let's see if you two are going to be the ones who get the chance at the $2,500 question. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life.
And now, an important bulletin from the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America. Quote, here's good news for the many thousands who are waiting for a new DeSoto or a new Plymouth. The production lines at the factory are really humming, and beautiful new cars are rolling off the line. We suggest that you contact your DeSoto Plymouth dealer at your earliest convenience. End of quote. Yes, folks, that's good news to all of us. more and more people will now experience the thrill of driving a DeSoto, the car that lets you drive without shifting. So be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Now let's see if you two will get a chance at the $2,500. Fenneman, tell them the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $2,500 DeSoto Plymouth question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected American expressions for English words as your category, right? Here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you bet?
$10.
$10. They call it a lift. What do we call it?
Elevator.
Elevator is right.
And they're on their way up with $30.
Well, you just raised yourself to $30 here with that elevator. Remember, you're going for $2,500 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try?
Let's make it 25, Red.
25. All right, that's dynamite. Now, the English expression is accumulator. Accumulator. What do we call it?
Additive.
Adding machine?
No. I'm sorry. It's a tough one. It's a storage battery.
They now have $5.
Here's your third question. How much of the $5 will you bet?
$4.95.
$4.95. The English expression is tram. What is our expression?
Elevated Express.
Streetcar is right.
So on the way again, Groucho, they have $9.95.
What? How much of the $9.95 are you going to bet?
$9.95.
All right. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. In England, they call it a pub. What do we call it?
A bar.
A bar is
That
right.
And they wind up with $19.90.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, don't go away. You may get a chance at the big question.
Groucho, the secret word is still foot.
Foot, huh? Which one, George?
It doesn't matter.
It does to me, huh?
Perhaps our next couple will say it, too. We asked for volunteers from the audience who had interesting stories. Just before we went on the air, Mr. Harold Price and Mrs. Florence Schwartz were chosen. And here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life, youngsters. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Harold Price, eh?
That's right.
Well, I'm happy to see that you came down to the program tonight. I'm always glad to see a price come down. Harold, what sort of work do you do?
I'm a fry cook.
Fry cooks. I always thought cooks were hard-boiled. Where do you work right now? At the Greasy Skillet?
No, well, I came out here from Buffalo, New York, and going to get something pretty quick now. I'm going to get work right away.
In other words, you're unemployed.
Well, I'm unemployed.
Did you quit or did you get fired?
Well, got fired, I guess.
When will you know? Well, I hope you land something real soon, Harold. Mrs. Schwartz?
Yes. Hi.
Where are you from? Are you from Florence?
I'm from New York City, the Lower East Side.
The Lower East Side.
Mm-hmm.
Fenneman says you two have had some interesting experiences. Mrs. Schwartz, what's happened to you?
Well, years ago when I went to work, I met my husband. He was a bloomer cutter. He was a
bloomer cutter, did you say?
We worked for South.
Not so fast. Were you a bloomer girl at the time?
No, I was much thinner, and these were, you had to make work for South Stouts, and I only weighed 105 at the time.
Mrs. Schwartz, I'm an expert on double talk, but triple talk throws me, so Mrs. Schwartz, huh?
So we'd have layers of cloth, and he'd have to cut them. I'd be slicing them. I'd have to slip them.
He was a bloomer cutter, you were a bloomer slicer. And that's how you met? Slicing and cutting your way through the inside.
I was working on this table, and every time we'd look at each other, they'd be getting cut wrong, so we'd have to cut them a little smaller.
So anyway, What happened?
Well, anyway, the boss says that I was distracting this cutter from his work.
I can understand that, huh?
And then I'd better look for another job. So it was during the Depression at the time, and I couldn't find a job. So he says, I think I'd better marry you. So he won't start haunting me about a job.
Well, that certainly was a note of despair on his part.
That's what he says.
Tell me, Mr. Schwartz, were you modeling these things at the time?
Well, sometimes I did when they were cut short.
Well, maybe we better cut this short, huh? Harold, what's your story, huh?
Well, one day I was broke. Next day I had $27,000, and a few days later I was broke again.
Well, that's the income taxes for you, huh? What happened to the $27,000?
Gave it to a lawyer.
That sounds logical. Maybe you better go way back to the beginning and tell me everything now.
Well, I was walking down Main Street here in Los Angeles. I was broke and didn't have a room, didn't have any money, and I kicked a newspaper package. When I kicked it, all these bonds and checks and securities were spread out all over the ground.
You found stocks and bonds on the sidewalk?
That's right.
It must have been curb stocks, huh? Well, what'd you do next, huh?
Well, I looked at them and I realized that they were pretty valuable, and I turned them over and I saw that they'd been signed and that they were negotiable. And
you mean you could actually have turned these into cash?
That's right. That's what they told me.
Who told you that?
Oh, everybody told me. Even a bootblacker, even a shoe shine boy.
Do you usually take financial advice from a bootblacker? You should have come to me immediately, huh? Now, after you talked it over with the bootblack, did he take a shine to you when he found out you had them? After you realized the stocks were so valuable, what did you do with them, Harold?
Well, I borrowed a dime from a fellow I knew, and I headed for the bus station.
Now you're talking, huh? How far did you expect to get on a dime?
Well, not very far. I took the dime and I checked them in one of these check locker boxes for it.
It's a good thing that key man wasn't around, huh? Well, that was an ingenious hideout. Then what did you do, huh?
Well, I tried to locate the people that had them. There was a name on them.
Yeah, so?
Didn't have any money, so I went to a blood bank, sold a pint of blood, got $4 for it, and I started phoning everybody in the phone book by the name of the owners of the stocks and bonds.
Yeah?
Well, I couldn't locate them, so I took them to the Los Angeles Times in the hope that the newspaper would find the owners for them.
Well, you're a very honest man, huh? Harold, if everybody in the world was as honest as you, there probably wouldn't be very many people with $27,000. When the owner of the stocks was identified, did you get a big reward, Harold?
Well, I got this suit here, $50 suit, and $25 in cash.
What else did you get?
Well, I had a lot of other interesting things happen to me. I had quite a few offers for jobs. One woman called up and said she was 28 years old and considered quite pretty, and that I looked a lot like her ex-husband. She thought I was cute and that he was a rat. Said she'd like to have an honest husband.
Well, you'd have been provided with cheese anyhow. Well, what are your plans for the future? Which of the jobs are you going to take, Harold?
Well, I'm going to take whichever one has the most security and the most promising future, whatever it is.
Well, you better marry the girl whose husband was a rat. Well, it's been refreshing talking to you, talking to an honest man. I rarely encounter one. Now, let's see how well you two can make out in the battle for the $2,500. You're going to play You Bet Your Life. You run your $20 and more than the other couples, and you'll get a chance at the big question. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman is off stage to remind our listeners.
The locksmith and the dynamiter won $19.90.
Let's see how high you can bet your $20. You selected stars of current movies as your category. Is that correct?
That's right.
Here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you risk?
$10.
$10. Who's the male lead in Chain Lightning?
Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart.
Well, to a good start with $30, Groucho.
Remember, you're going for $2,500 tonight. Now you have $30. How much are you going to try?
15.
15. Who was the leading man in Francis?
What's his name there? Donald O'Connor.
Donald O'Connor is right.
That's right, you only have $45.
Fooled me. I'd have said the jackass, huh? All right, you got $45. Now, here's your third question. How much is the 45?
That's 30.
Who plays the lead in Willie Comes Marching Home?
Tap dancer.
Dan Daly.
Dan Daly is right.
Now they have $75.
Okay, now you got $75. Now, how much are you going to bet? Now, talk it over, kids.
Bet 50, I'd say. Bet it all.
Who plays the young man with a horn?
Kirk Douglas.
Right.
The grand total, $150.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $2,500 question.
What would you do, friends, if you were to get up some morning and find your car won't start?
I'd get back in bed, Fenneman.
Well, smart folks would call up their DeSoto Plymouth dealer, because he'd send the man over to fix up your car and get you back on the road.
In my pajamas, huh? I'll thank him to let me alone.
Well, Groucho, most folks will thank their DeSoto Plymouth dealer for the kind of fast, courteous treatment he's willing and ready to give.
All right, Fenneman, I'll thank you to tell us who's leading in the battle for the $2,500 question.
Well, the honest man and the housewife are ahead with $150, and the secret word is still foot. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a perfume salesgirl and a county fair official. And here they are, Miss Libby Kohler and Mr. Tex Condon meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers, folks. And if you say the secret word, you'll split $100 between you. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Miss Libby Kohler?
That's
Kohler.
right. Kohler.
Kohler. You're the perfume salesgirl, eh?
That's right.
Where are you from? Cologne?
No, Reading, Pennsylvania.
Where?
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, pretzel bender, eh? How long have you been selling perfume?
Oh, about 10 years.
Well, you add a very fragrant note to our program. Mr. Condon?
Yes, sir.
And where are you from? All of you, I mean. Huh?
Originally from Texas. I'm now living...
This lady in the front row knew it because she used to be a panhandler. We insult anybody around here. We don't. Unfortunately, we mean it. Now, where are you? You're from Texas, and
originally, but I live in California now.
Well, that's quite an admission for a Texan to make.
I'm a displaced Texan.
Are you married, Tex?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
I have 3.
3, huh?
Yes, sir.
Are they all as big as you?
No, 2 of them, they're all girls. 2 of them are 5 feet 8 and 5 feet 9. One of them's only 5 feet 7 and a half.
She's probably from Oklahoma, right? Miss Kohler, are you married?
No, sir.
You sell perfume? You haven't trapped anybody yet, huh? What kind of perfume do you sell? Repulsive number 5? I always get a kick out of the names you people choose for your products. What are some of the scents you sell?
Well, voodoo, taboo, shocking, white shoulders.
What does white shoulders do for a woman?
Well, it's not so much what it does for the woman, it's what it does to the man.
What do you do at county fairs, Mr. Condon?
I judge livestock.
Judge, I'll be big about this thing. The air is all yours, huh? Well, let's see how good you are. Let me hear you judge me. Go ahead and be sure to notice all my fine points.
Well, what are you?
If I have to answer that, the whole thing is off. Huh? I'm a Brahma, Judge. Any fool can see I'm not a Holstein. Do you judge Brahmas?
Oh, yes. I just...
You're a Brahma critic, in other
yes,
words.
indeed. We handle a lot of them, and
I say, you're a Brahma critic?
Yes, sir, Brahma.
Who do you work for, the Daily Moose? All right, go ahead and judge me, huh?
Generally speaking, you have all the fine points of an outstanding animal. You have a very well-shaped head. You have...
For what?
Well, for a good Brahma. You have fair shoulders, but I'd say they could be a little thicker, a little fuller, your shoulders.
Well, my head makes up for that. Well, how do you judge cattle? What do you look for in a cow?
General conformation, quality, and showmanship.
I never heard of a cow with showmanship. Huh? Is that when a cow is a good hoofer?
No, not exactly.
How much does a prize cow bring?
These top cows, good cows, bring anywhere from $12,000 to $20,000.
A cow is worth $20,000?
Oh yes.
Gee, you wouldn't think a cow would be smart enough to save all that money. She probably made it in the bull market. Huh? How much is a bull worth? Huh? Not a wool worth, but a bull worth. Huh?
Oh, good, real top, outstanding bull sold for $65,000 this year.
A bull is worth $45,000 more than a cow?
Oh, yes.
I hope you girls all listen to that out there. Well, I've always said it was a man's world. How much does a prize bull weigh, Judge?
Good bull weigh from 1,600 to 1,800 pounds.
How much does that come to a pound for the $65,000 job?
Well, don't figure them, but Pa, you don't eat those bulls.
What do you do with a bull? Put it in a jewelry store window? Suppose I did eat it.
Well, if you did eat it, well, let's see, it'd figure around $150 a pound.
That's just what the Beverly Hills butcher charges. Well, you've both been very interesting and very nice people. Now, let's see if you'll beat the other two couples and get the chance at the $2,500 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much the other two couples won, but Fenneman is going to remind our listeners.
The honest man and the housewife are ahead with $150.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You select the cities of the world as your category. Is that right? All of these cities are over 300,000 in population. Now, you have $20. How much do you want to try?
$10.
Are you an auctioneer at times, too, Judge?
Yes, sir, I am.
In what country is the city of Genoa?
Italy.
Italy is right, huh?
Well, we'll get started with $30, Groucho.
All right, now you got $30. How much of the 30 will you try?
25.
In what country is the city of Baku, or Baku, B-A-K-U?
India?
Do you agree with that?
No.
I'm sorry, the Hemingway is told back here. It's Russia.
They now have $5, Groucho.
All right, here's your third question. You're down to $5. Now, how much will you bet?
$3.
$3, huh? In what country is the city of Helsinki?
Norway.
No, you're close, Judge, but not close enough. It's Finland.
They now have $2.
Well, now you're down to $2, huh? Now, you can put it on the third race, or you can bet it here, whatever you want.
Well, we bet $1.
You're going to bet $1. In what country is the city of Valencia?
Spain.
Spain is right, huh? All right, you're practically cleaned out. We want you to go away from here a little better off than when you came in. Now, if you get this one right, you'll be $10 richer. After what state is the Mississippi River named?
Mississippi.
Mississippi is right.
This couple winds up with a grand total of $3. And that means the honest man and the housewife with $150 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $2,500 question. get the most mileage from your car, you'll find it will pay you to take it for service to a DeSoto Plymouth dealers. For that's where you get the benefit of factory-designed and approved tools and equipment, and skilled factory-trained mechanics who know how to use this equipment to do an expert job on your car in shorter time. To you, this means a saving of money and a car that will give you faithful, economical service mile after mile. So next time your car needs service, no matter what make of car it is, take it to an authorized DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And here's the honest man and the housewife, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $2,500 question,
All right.
Groucho.
Here we go for $2,500. Ready? I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so think carefully, and please no help from the audience. Here it is. The Comstock lode is one of the richest deposits of gold and silver in history. Many present-day fortunes were started in the mines of the Comstock lode. For $2,500, tell me, in what state is it located?
Nevada.
Decided upon. Nevada is right. Well, you had the right answer, so you win $2,500. What are you going to do with all that money?
Well, I think open up a little hot dog stand or something, a little small.
Good. Mrs. Schwartz.
Gee, I don't know. I only know thank you very much.
Well, let's see. You won $2,500 plus $150 in the quiz. You really cleaned up tonight. Congratulations from the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. You bet your life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. Two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week the big question will be worth $1,000.
By the way, folks, I want to warn you that I'll be on the cover of Quick magazine that's out tomorrow. I suggest all dogs be kept on leash and small children be locked indoors. Good night, folks, and remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Folks, here's a tip from the National Safety Council. When driving, showing off doesn't pay. This is George Fenneman, signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is tree. T-R-E-E.
Really?
You bet your life. The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
That's logical. This is National Pickle Week. Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again with $1,000 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's placed to try for it?
Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected the mother of a large family and an expectant father. And here they are, Mrs. Lois Mayer and Mr. Charles Weiss meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, folks, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 in cash. It's a common word, something you see every day. Mrs. Marr, Lois Marr, you're the mother of a large family?
Yes, I am.
Pretty young-looking gal, aren't you? How large is your family?
I have 8 children.
You have 8 children?
8 children.
You certainly don't look it. And Mr. Weiss, you're the expectant father?
Yes, sir.
You don't look it either. Do you have any other children, Mr. Weiss?
No, sir, this is my first.
Oh, your first, eh? Well, you better rest a while. The first one is the hardest. Where are you from, Mr. Weiss?
I was born in New Haven, Connecticut, raised in Newport, Rhode Island, moved to New York, and then came out here about a year and a half ago.
Who was after you? And Mrs. Marr, what does your husband do for a living, Mrs. Marr?
Well, we just started catering not so long ago.
To each other? Well, where are you from, little mother?
I'm from Leona Mines, Virginia, and I lived in Cincinnati, Ohio after I was married, and then we came to California.
Is that the customary route? Now, tell us something about this catering you mentioned. What sort of a business is it, specifically?
Well, we put on dinners for parties.
Any particular kind of food, or just...
Whatever you choose.
I see. Well, I choose the food after I eat it, but... What do you charge for a dinner like that?
It's according to what you're going to eat.
You're pretty cagey, aren't you, huh? Well, approximately, Lois.
Oh, anywhere from $1.50 to $2.50 a plate.
And suppose you put something on the plate. How much extra? I'll just call you Charlie, huh? Not you, Mrs. Moore. I mean you. What sort of work do you do, Charlie?
I'm a sales representative for America's #1 television set, Admiral.
Did you just make that up? Did you get me one wholesale?
Come around.
Does anybody ever buy anything retail anymore? Huh? How old are your children, Lois?
Oh, I have them all ages.
You got one around 79? What do you mean, all ages?
No, 15, 13, 12, 9, 7, 6, 4, and 8 months.
You just got under the wire there with that. At a family your size, Lois, how large a hotel do you run?
We have 4 bedrooms.
How do you get them all out in the morning? I mean, do you put them on a conveyor belt?
Well, hardly like that. I have 5 boys and 3 girls. And I wake the oldest girl up first, and the baby wakes up instead of the oldest girl. And I go around yelling, 7:15, 7:15.
Suppose it's 8 o'clock. Do you still yell at 7:15? How do you discipline the youngsters?
Oh, they're pretty well behaved most of the time.
You never take a swipe at them?
Only in self-defense.
Did you have trouble finding names for all these kiddies?
No, we have a book at home.
Well, Lois, my advice to you is it isn't too late. Throw the book away. How about you, Mr. Weiss? Have you got a definite name for your youngster?
Yes, we have.
You are? What are you going to name it, huh?
We don't know yet.
Well, that sounds pretty definite, huh? Sounds like an Indian name, huh? What is the kid's name? We don't know yet, Jones. What do you mean you have a definite name, but you don't know yet?
Well, we don't know what it'll be.
Charlie Weiss, what kind of talk is that, huh?
We don't know what it'll be yet.
You mean there's a likelihood that it may have wings and fly out the window? Which would you prefer, Charlie, a boy or a girl?
Well, it doesn't make much difference to us as long as it's a baby.
Well, why do you want a baby?
Well,
what an odd thing to wish for, huh? Well, after we're through here, talk to Mrs. Moore about it. Maybe she can get it for you wholesale. Well, it's been very instructive talking to you two, and I hope you'll both be very happy. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life for $1,000.
To millions of car owners across this nation, the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer stands for two things: the best in new car values, the best in service. Next time you're at a DeSoto Plymouth dealer's for service, make it a point to find out about the two truly great new cars he sells. One is the brilliant new DeSoto, the car that's really new, inside and out, bringing you more beauty, economy, and comfort. The moment you see the new DeSoto, you'll note its clean, modern design, the graceful new lines that sweep back from its magnificent new full-width front grille to its smart, roomy trunk. It's a thrilling car, this all-new DeSoto, the car that lets you drive without shifting. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell the beautiful new Plymouth, the car that likes to be compared.
Now, let's see if you two will be high for the night and get the chance at the $1,000. Fenneman, explain the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of four questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,000 question at the end of the show. Our other two couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected mountain peaks of the world as your category. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, here's your first question. You have $20. How much will you risk?
$10.
All right. Where is Mauna Loa found? M-A-U-N-A, capital L-O-A.
In the Hawaiian Islands.
The Hawaiian Islands is right.
We're off to a good start, Groucho. They have $30.
All right. Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try?
25.
25. In what country is Popocatépetl found?
In Mexico.
Mexico is correct.
They're climbing. They have $55.
You got $55, and here's your third question. How much of the 55 do you want to try?
50.
Where is Mount Everest found?
Oh, Everest in Tibet.
They're really climbing now. They have $105.
105. 105.
You're going to shoot the whole thing?
Shoot the works.
All right, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. Where is Mount Vesuvius?
Mount Vesuvius is in Italy.
All right.
And they wind up with a grand total of $210.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Groucho?
Yes?
The secret word is still tree. Perhaps the next couple will say it.
They might.
Just before we went on the air, we selected a housewife from the audience.
A good idea.
Her name is Mrs. Mary Ann Hughes.
A splendid notion.
And a hypnotist, Mr. Fred Schneider. And here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. And if you say the DeSoto Plymouth secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you see every day. Mr. Schneider, you're the hypnotist?
Yes, I am.
Well, don't look me in the eye when you answer me. Somebody has to stay awake around here. Now, Mrs. Hughes, Marion Hughes, huh? Marion Hughes and Repented Leisure. Isn't that the, what they say? No, I guess not. Huh? You're the housewife?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're a very attractive housewife, huh?
Thank you.
What does your husband do, Mrs. Hughes?
Well, he works for Foodcraft.
Foodcraft?
Mm-hmm. He sells pickles.
How did you meet him? Was he pickled at the time?
No, he wasn't old enough to be pickled when I met him.
How old do you have to be pickled? Well, how did you meet him? Huh?
Well, I met him in a blacksmith shop in Illinois. He was molding a brand for his pony, and he had heated the iron, and he had formed the letters M-A-X, and he put them in this big tub of water.
Max?
Because they were hot. Uh-huh.
Was that the pony's name or your husband?
No, that was his name. He was going to brand his pony, Max.
What was the pony's name?
I don't know.
Didn't the pony have a name?
Well, I didn't ask him. I don't know.
Don't you think it was rather unfair to the pony to...
I'm sorry. I should have asked the pony.
Well, there you are with the pony and Max and the...
I hadn't noticed my husband very much. I mean, he put the brand in the tub of water, and a devil's horse came flying by, and
What's that?
A devil's horse?
A devil's horse?
Uh-huh.
Was he getting shoed, too, in the black... What's a devil's horse?
Well, those huge varmints they have back east. They fly through the air, and they look like a little horse, only they're an insect. And if they bite you, it's just sure death, they say.
Who are they? I mean, I've always wanted to track that down, they say.
Well, that's what I've heard all my life, and I saw this coming at me, and I didn't like it. Well, I got excited, and I fell over in this tub of water on the top of this branch. And I got branded.
Isn't it a little embarrassing to walk around the bathing beach with Max stamped on you? Huh?
No, it really isn't noticeable at all.
So I still don't see how this culminated in marriage. The mere fact that you were named Max at the time. Matter of fact, all three of you were named Max by this time. But what about you, Eye Strain? What kind of a brand do you carry? Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Some hypnotist. She caught you napping, eh? Tell me, Svengali, what are some of the uses for hypnotism?
Well, it's being used a great deal medically today, especially through this last war.
Mm-hmm.
Such things as overcoming and removing phobias, bad habits.
Could you hypnotize me and cure me of my insomnia?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I think so.
I doubt it. I don't have insomnia. I just can't sleep at night, that's all. Could you hypnotize me and cure me of smoking cigars?
Well, any ordinary person you could hypnotize.
Answer my question. Can you hypnotize me?
Well, I don't know. I have to try it first.
Well, flattery will get you nowhere. I guess I'm safe in ordering another box of cigars. Can you show me how to hypnotize somebody? Try it on Mrs. Hughes here. Eh?
Sure, I'd be glad
Mrs. Hughes, do you mind if he hypnotizes you?
Oh, I don't think I like that.
Oh, you don't want to give up smoking cigars either. Well, how do you hypnotize somebody? What's the first step?
Well, the first step is to get their attention, have them concentrate on your voice, and then have them think of figures or numbers. As you count, for instance, to 5, they'll go deep asleep. Then you begin counting 1, tell them to relax and grow heavy, their legs and their arms. 2, they're growing very...
Are you trying to give me the double whammy here?
Well, I wasn't trying very hard.
Can you hypnotize a whole audience?
A large portion of a whole audience. I did a demonstration at the Long Beach Municipal Auditorium several years ago. Mm-hmm. There were about 3,500 people there, and several hundred actually went to sleep.
Did it ever occur to you that perhaps the show was lousy? Well, now that everybody's in a trance, let's play You Bet Your Life for $1,000. You run your $20 no more than the other couples, and you get the big chance. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman's off stage to remind our listeners.
The expectant father and the mother of 8 children won $210.
Here we go. Let's see how high you can build your $20. You selected American Patriots as your category. Is that right? Now, here's your first question. How much are the 20?
10.
What was the name of the American statesman who said, give me liberty or give me death?
Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry is right. They're on their way with $30. Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. How much of the 30 will you try?
25.
25. What was the name of the soldier and statesman who avenged the Alamo at San Jacinto?
Was it Sam Houston?
Sam Houston is correct.
They're on their way now. They have $55.
And here's your third question. And how much are the 55?
50.
What was the name of the patriot in charge of the Boston Tea Party? He also signed the Declaration of Independence.
Sam Adams.
Samuel Adams is correct.
Now they have $105.
This gal has read a number of books. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much are the 105?
100.
100. What was the name of the woman who supposedly said, "Shoot if you must, this old gray head, but spare your country's flag"?
Jane, wasn't Bessie? No.
I'm terribly sorry. It was Barbara Fritchie. Well, that's tough luck. You bet all your money and wound up broke. I'm going to give you another chance to make some money. Get this one right, and you win $10 in cash. Now, think hard. Who is buried in Grant's tomb? General Grant is right. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $1,000 question.
Mr. Car Owner, what have you done about the warmer weather that lies ahead?
I'm sending my long underwear to storage.
But what about your car? Is it all set for the miles of pleasant motoring? Can you count on it for smooth operation on vacation and during those summer weekends? Better visit a DeSoto Plymouth dealer real soon. Let his service experts tune up your car.
Bring in your violin, too.
You see, friends, a car that's been checked by DeSoto Plymouth mechanics will zoom along the road and purr like a cat.
May even drink milk. So take the man's advice, folks. Bring your car, your violin, and your cat in wherever you see the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. All right, Fenneman, who's ahead in the battle for the $1,000 question?
Well, the mother of 8 children and the expectant father are ahead with $210. And the secret word is still tree. We invited some boxers and some ballet dancers to the program tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Miss Patty Taylor and Mr. Art Aragon. And here they are, folks. Meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, youngsters, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you see every day. A boxer and a ballet dancer, eh? Which are you?
I'm the boxer.
You're the boxer, huh? What is your name? Art Aragon, eh? Where are you from, Art?
I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh. Before we proceed, let me caution you. On this program, you're liable to hear bells occasionally, Art. Don't come out swinging if you do. What is your fighting weight, Art?
135 stripped.
Did you say strapped or stripped? Now, how much do you weigh with your clothes on?
I don't know. I never weigh with my clothes on.
You must draw a nice crowd when you get weighed at the end. Are you married, or haven't you lost a fight yet?
I'm married, but we don't fight at home.
You don't, huh? In the morning, does your wife have to count to 9 before you get up? What about you, Twinkle Toes? Let's find out something about you. You're a ballet dancer, huh?
Yes.
Where are you from? What is your name? Fifi? Patty, huh?
Patty Taylor.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
You're not married, huh? For a ballet dancer, apparently you're not on your toes. Let's see you get up on your toes.
In these shoes?
Yeah.
You need toasters for that.
Oh, you have toes, huh?
About 10.
Did you say you were about 10?
No, 18 now.
Well, you just said 10.
10 toes.
Oh, 10 toes, but you're 18.
Yes.
Could be worse, you know. You could be 10 and have 18 toes. I knew a girl like that once. She was really 2 girls, but I don't want to... Now, one punch. How do you train for a big fight?
Well, let's see. I get up at 6:30 in the morning. I go run. I come back and I go to bed.
Wouldn't it be simpler to just stay there in the first place? Once you're up, why don't you stay up?
Well, that's not all of the training. I got a little bit more.
There is? What else?
Well, I get up at 10 o'clock and I eat my breakfast. Then I go back to bed.
You must have a fortune tied up in pajamas. Then what do you do?
Well, I go train in the gym for a couple of hours, then I go home and go to bed. That's true. Then I get up about 5 o'clock and I eat my dinner, go out and take a walk, and I come home and go to bed.
You don't see much of the outside world, do you? Why do you do all that work? Why is there so much sleeping and jumping up and down?
How do you want to get in top shape?
Top shape? Well, who wants to be shaped like a top? Now, what are the first things you have to learn about ballet, Patty?
Well, the first thing would be the 5 basic dance positions.
And what are the 5 basic dance positions?
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, you ask a ridiculous question, you get a ridiculous answer. On the other hand, Aragon only has 2 positions. Vertical and horizontal. Now, could you describe the first dance position, Patty?
Well, position number 1, you have your feet together, your heels together, and your toes pointed outwards, and push your heels forward.
Well, that sounds pretty simple. Okay. Now, what are some of the basic steps of the ballet?
Oh, there's tours jetés, pirouettes, glissades, assemblées, jetés, and entrechacatras.
What time do you stop at Nacogdoches? Isn't all that stuff Greek to you, Art?
It's French.
It's French. Well, all I can say is vive la France! What qualifications are necessary to become a good ballet dancer, Patty?
Oh, most of the qualifications are physical. You should have a sturdy body and flexible and a slender figure. And it's good to have long legs, but it isn't necessary.
Well, the legs should certainly be long enough to reach the floor, Patty. Well, it's been very interesting talking to you two. Now, let's see how agile you are in the quiz. Now, you beat the other 2 couples, and you'll get a chance at the $1,000 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much the other 2 couples won, but Fenneman's off stage to remind our listeners.
The mother of 8 children and the expectant father are ahead with $210.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You select the sporting terms as your category. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Now, how much you want to bet of the $20?
10.
Talk right out loud into
10.
the microphone. Like the fight was over and you were saying, hello, Mom. Texas Liga is an expression in what sport?
Baseball.
Baseball is correct.
We're on the way, Groucho, with $30.
Well, you hit that over the fence. Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try?
25? 25, she said.
25. A lob shot is an expression of what sport? L-O-B.
Oh, wait just a moment. A lob. It's tennis.
That's right. Tennis is
Right now, we have $55.
You got $55, and here's your third question. How much will you bet?
40.
Riposte, I guess, R-I-P-O-S-T-E, is a maneuver in what sport?
How do you spell it?
R-I-P-O-S-T-E.
You guess.
Riposte. Football?
No.
That's a tough question. It's fencing.
They now have $15.
That's a shame. All right, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 15 will you try?
All of it.
All of it. A stymie is an expression of what sport?
That's easy, huh? I'm stymied. Oh, not marvelous. I'm stymied. You stymied the guy. Gee, that's simple.
Stymied. Thought it was marbles.
Well, I was thinking of golf, but I guess they have stymies and marbles. But I'd say you're right.
They wind up with $30. And that means the expectant father and the mother of 8 children with $210 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,000 question. To serve you efficiently, to serve you promptly. Those are the aims of every DeSoto Plymouth dealer. No matter what make of car you drive, no matter what sort of attention it needs, a DeSoto Plymouth dealer is well equipped to give your car the very best in service.
skilled, factory-trained mechanics, the most modern tools and equipment made, service at a fair price, and prompt, courteous treatment every time. That's the kind of service you get when you drive in at the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. That's the kind of service that means extra miles for your car. From coast to coast, there are more than 3,000 of these DeSoto Plymouth dealers, each with an earnest desire to serve you. And here is the mother of 8 and the expectant father, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $1,000 question, Groucho.
Here we go for $1,000. Ready? I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so think carefully and please no help from the audience. Here it is. The Panama Canal, one of the great engineering feats of all time, would never have been possible if it weren't for the discovery of the Isthmus of Panama. For $1,000, tell me who discovered the Isthmus of Panama. All right, what is the answer you two have decided upon?
Balboa.
No, I'm sorry, but it was Christopher Columbus on his last voyage to the New World. Well, that's the correct answer, so that means the big question next week will be worth $1,500. Well, you lost the big money, but you won $210 in the quiz. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you.
You Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. 2 great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week the big question will be worth $1,500.
So good night, folks, and remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Folks, here's a tip from the National Safety Council. May is National Car Safety Month. So remember, check your car, check accidents. This is George Fenneman signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is book. B-O-O-K.
Oh, you're always saying that.
You bet your life. The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
Groucho! I thought he was still hibernating for the winter. Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again with $1,500 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's placed a try for it?
We invited some nightclub hat check girls and some ballpark vendors to the program tonight. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Miss Betty Schumann and Mr. Al Weissman. And here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, you beautiful people, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. I mean you, Betty. Yeah? And if you say the secret word, you'll split $100 between you. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Mr. Weissman. Oh, I've seen you at the ballpark. Eh?
Thank you.
What ballpark do you do your hawking? Gilmore, huh?
Hollywood Ballpark.
Hollywood, yeah. What kind of items do you sell to the ball fans?
Peanuts, Cracker Jacks, soda, popcorn, cushions, programs, novelties.
What kind of novelties?
Flags, hats, baseballs.
You mean if you get hot peanuts, that's a novelty? Huh? Tell me, Al, is there much difference between the taste of your cushions and your popcorn?
All in the colors.
And Betty, Schumann?
Schumann.
Schumann, huh? You're a mighty pretty girl, Betty, huh?
Thank you.
At what nightclub are you employed, Betty?
At Ciro's.
Pretty expensive joint, isn't it?
Ciro's isn't a joint.
I'm sorry. Well, it's a pretty expensive honky-tonk, isn't it?
Ciro's isn't no honky-tonk either.
Well, at least we agree it's expensive, don't we, Betty?
Maybe for some people.
That's true. Some people do find it expensive. Only the people who go there. What do you do at Ciro's?
I'm a combination hat check and cigarette girl.
Well, you've got a very nice combination there. Well, tell me, Betty, do women check their hats in your honky-tonk?
Very rarely, mostly coats.
What kind?
Oh, chinchillas, mink, sables, Persian lamb.
You mean you have all those animals in that little room? Why do women check those valuable coats? I should think they'd never want to let them out of their sight.
Well, if they were to take them to the tables with them and they got up to dance, they'd be left all alone.
You mean some skunk would come along and go away with the mink? Do people check other things besides hats and coats?
Occasionally.
Do any of your customers ever check their husbands?
No, but I had a man check a toupee once and a woman check a girdle.
I don't know why a woman would want to check a girdle. If she stayed in a nightclub long enough, she'd be strapped anyway. Why would a woman check a girdle in a nightclub, Betty?
I don't know, sir. I didn't ask her. It wasn't any of my business.
Well, I consider it mine. The next time a woman checks her girdle in your place, you tell her I want to know why. Now, how much do you charge for checking a hat?
There is no charge.
There isn't, eh? What do you mean, no charge? In a nightclub, they charge for everything, including the air you're choking in. No charge at all?
There is no charge. You tip whatever you wish.
I see. Whatever tip I want, eh?
That's right.
Suppose I left an asparagus tip. Now, Frankfurter, take me out of the ball game. Do you get many tips like Betty gets at Ciro's?
What, from those baseball fans?
I have never heard venom expressed in such simple terms. I didn't realize you were so sensitive, Al. I thought perhaps occasionally you got a foul tip. I thought occasionally you got a foul tip, you know. Now, what kind of a costume do you wear, Betty? And make it brief.
Well, it's strapless. It's very short, and we wear long opera hose.
Well, that's brief enough, I guess. Doesn't an outfit like that make people stare?
Well, yes. Mostly the women.
You mean the men don't stare?
Yes, but in a different way.
Naturally. Well, a man wants to see what happens to his hat, that's all. Well, you two have taught me a lot about night work. Now, let's see if you're going to be the ones who get the chance at the $1,500 question. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life.
When you take your car for service to a DeSoto Plymouth dealers, notice all the special tools and equipment in the shop. The equipment that helps the expert mechanics do better, faster work on your car. Find out also about the 2 great new cars he sells. There's a brilliant new DeSoto, truly a magnificent car, truly a new car, front to back. From its impressive full-width radiator grille to its smart-looking, newly designed rear end. You'll be amazed by all of its new features. You'll enjoy driving it, for DeSoto is the car that lets you drive without shifting. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, the beautiful car that likes to be compared. Now, let's see
see if you two will get a chance at the $1,500. Send them and bring them up to date on the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $1,500 DeSoto Plymouth question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You select the drinking songs as your category. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, here's your first question. How much of the 20 are you going to try?
10.
All right, $10. Here's a song everyone should know. Play, Jerry.
Sweet Adeline.
Sweet Adeline.
And they're on their way. They have $30.
$30. Remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 are you going to try?
20.
$20. What is the name of this song? What do you think, kids? There's a tavern in the town.
They now have $10.
That's a shame. All right, now here's your third question. You have $10. How much are you going to try now?
$5.
$5? Give me the title of this song. Okay, Jerry.
Whip and Poop.
The Whip and Poop song.
Oh, on the way again. They're now at $15.
Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 15 will you try?
All of it.
All of it. Shoot the works. Give me the title of this song. Take a guess, kids. This little brown jug. I'm going to give you another chance to make some money. Get this one right, and you win $10. Now, think hard. Who is buried in Grant's tomb?
Grant.
General Grant is right. Hey! Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, don't go away. You may get a chance at the big question. Now, before I forget it, I want to thank George Rosen and Weekly Variety for the special showmanship citation they gave us last week. It was a very high honor, and all of us on the show are sincerely grateful. Fenneman, you may proceed.
Groucho.
Yes.
The secret word is still book.
It is.
Perhaps the next couple will say it. We invited some hospital dietitians to the program, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Miss Shirley Phillips. Her partner is a married man from the audience, Mr. Charlie Harvey, and here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life, and if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Miss Phillips, Shirley Phillips.
That's right.
For a dietitian, you're a pretty tasty dish. Where are you from, Shirley?
Cedars Lebanon Hospital.
Were you born there?
No, I'm really from San Francisco.
Oh. And Mr. Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Are you one of the Harvey girls? Where are you from, Charlie?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm a former gravedigger.
Well, why did you quit? Is everybody dead? Why did you quit, huh?
I had a better chance for a job out here, so I came out here.
What are you doing now, Charlie?
I'm a warehouse man now, sir.
What are your duties as a warehouse man?
Well, I'm filling crates now. Shipping clerk.
Same job, but you're indoors, that's all. You are married, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
How'd you meet your wife?
Well, she was working in Kelly's Oyster House in Philadelphia, reading tea leaves and palms.
Reading tea leaves in an oyster house? Huh?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
Well, she read my tea leaves in there one time and told me that I was going to marry a widow with 2 children. And a while back, later, I came back over there and I said, well, I've looked all over town and I can't find a widow with 2 children. And she says, well, you've been looking at her every time you come into Kelly's Oyster House. She was a girl.
Well, did you marry her just so you wouldn't make a liar out of her? Is that Why, you're not married, huh, Shirley?
No, I'm not.
Why aren't you married?
I'm not ready to get married.
How long would it take you? Huh? Is that the only reason you're not married?
No. But it seems like every time I meet somebody, either they're not interested in me or I'm not interested in them.
Well, don't be discouraged. Someday you'll meet a man and neither one of you will be interested. And then you'll have something in common and you'll probably get married. Just, what do you do on your job, Miss Phillips?
Well, I write diets and I check trays.
Do you make up the diet for the entire hospital?
No, I don't.
Who does that, Shirley?
The head dietitian.
The head dietitian? You mean there's a diet just for heads? Huh? Has anything unusual ever happened in your kitchen, Shirley, like putting something appetizing on the tray? Apparently, there are a lot of ex-patients here tonight.
Well, sometimes for breakfast, we've had some people order cheese blintzes and Finn and Hattie.
Cheese blintzes and Finn and Hattie, huh? Well, it's the same plot as Baby's Irish Rose, huh? Has anything embarrassing ever happened to you, Charlie?
Well, not embarrassing. I wouldn't say embarrassing, but I was...
Well, what would you say, huh?
I was called out of bed at 1 o'clock in the morning to go back to the cemetery.
Were you alive at the time?
I was the foreman of the gravediggers, and I was the only one that had the key to the tool house. It seems that some fellow had gone through the...
Somebody was eager to get buried, huh?
No, it seems like he had a few too many, and he was walking through the cemetery and fell in an open grave.
Just looking at you has made me hungry, Shirley. How much food should I eat in a day?
Well, that all depends upon the type of work that you do. A laborer should have about 3,000 calories, and a white-collar worker about 2,200 calories.
Well, I'm a white-collar worker, but my laundry didn't come back. Huh? Now, answer my question. How much should I eat, Shirley?
Well, what do you do?
Well, I can do 85 and the wind's with me. I not only can do 85, I am 85. Now, answer my question, Shirley. How much should I eat?
Well... looks like you sit down most of the time, so... I'd say about 1,500 calories.
That's about one meal a day, isn't it? Is there any food that's on most diets?
Oh, I'd say meat or milk.
Mm-hmm. In most cases, you'd say milk is good for the figure?
Yes.
Have you ever looked at a cow? Well, it's been nice talking to you two, and as soon as we're through here, Shirley, you and I will go out and have a banana split and some mashed potatoes. Now, let's see how well you'll make out in the battle for the $1,500 question. You're going to play You Bet Your Life. Run your $20 into more than the other couples, and you get a chance at the big question. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman's off stage to remind our listeners.
The nightclub girl and the ballpark vendor lost all their money, so these people have a clear field.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected well-known husbands and wives as your category. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, how much of the 20 are you going to try?
10.
David O. Selznick is married to a famous actress. What is her name?
Teresa Wright.
Do you agree with that? I'm sorry. It's Jennifer Jones.
Yeah.
And they have $10 now.
All right. Well, you're down to $10. Anyhow, you're going for $1,500 tonight, and that's the big money. Now, how much of the 10 are you going to try?
$5.
$5. Who is actress Lynn Fontanne married to?
Alfred Lund.
Alfred Lund is right.
Now they have $15.
All right, now you got $15. Here's your third question. How much of the 15 you going to try?
10.
10. Who is designer Gilbert Adrian married to?
Janet Gaynor.
Janet Gaynor is right.
They're climbing. They have $25.
Well, you're the gainer now. Now, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 25 you going to try?
20.
Who is Lily Pons married to?
Andre Castellano.
Andre Castellano.
And they wind up with $25.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $1,500 question.
Folks, I don't have to tell you that summer is almost here.
No, Fenneman, but you will anyway.
And summer means that the best days to drive your car are right on top of it.
I wish you'd drive more carefully.
I will, Groucho, and more enjoyably, too. Because now's the time when I and thousands like me...
I won't comment on that horrible thought.
Now's the time when we smart car owners get set for those fine summer weekends and for vacations by visiting our DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Fenneman, that's your idea of a vacation? Your family visiting a DeSoto Plymouth dealer?
Well, the time your car spends at a DeSoto Plymouth dealer's, folks, will make every mile you drive this summer more enjoyable.
That's true.
More economical.
Yes, it is.
Safer.
Yeah, and safer.
For expert service and checkup at a fair price. See your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow.
All right, Fenneman, who's leading in the race for the $1,500 question?
Well, the dietitian and the married man are ahead with $45. And the secret word is still book. We invited some sets of identical twins to the program tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Janny and Joey Pope. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, kiddies, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Identical twins, eh? I'm glad somebody told me. Otherwise, I might have accused one of you of being up here twice just to confuse me. Which one are you?
I'm Janny.
You're Janny, yeah?
Yes.
How do you do? And which one are you?
I'm Joey.
You're Joey.
Uh-huh.
You're Joey Ha-Ha? That's an Indian name, huh? Is your name Janny Ha-Ha? I've heard of Minnie Ha-Ha, but... You two certainly look alike, and I think you should know each other. Janie, shake hands with Joey, huh? Now, don't anybody move. Stay right where you are. Now, let's see. Janie, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Joey, you are Joey, huh?
Yes.
Since you're identical twins, you're exactly the same age?
Yes, I'm 22.
You're 22 and she's 20?
No, I'm 20 also.
Oh, that's like Joey Ha-Ha, huh? Janie, are you working?
No, I'm going to UCLA.
And Joey, where do you work?
I go to UCLA also.
How can your teachers tell you apart?
Well, when we're together, they can tell us apart, and when we're not together, they can't tell us apart.
Why do I get involved in things like that? I'm not a kid anymore, and you kids are not helping either. Janie, would you mind going over what she just said, slowly and succinctly?
Well, what she means is that when we're separated, they can't tell us apart, but when we're together, it's easier to tell us apart.
Cocktails, anybody? Joey, does everybody have the same trouble I have?
I'm Janny, that's Joey.
Oh, this is... Answer my question. Does everybody have my trouble?
Well, yes, I guess. What's your trouble?
Well, I'll tell you, Mrs. Anthony, I come from a family of 5 boys. I was standing here 5 minutes ago minding my own business when suddenly I went off my rocker. Now, Janie, do you have any boyfriends? That's you, Janie, over there.
Yes, I have
How
one.
do your boyfriends tell you apart?
Well, they have a lot of trouble telling us apart. But on the other hand, we have trouble telling them apart because they're also identical twins. We all get mixed up.
Have you ever played any tricks on your boyfriends?
Well, for instance, one day I walked into class and this boy ran up to me and said, Joey, and I didn't want to say I was Janie. I said, yes, and he said, can you go out Saturday night? And I said, I'd love to because Joey hadn't made a date for Saturday night. So Joey walked in and I told her and she already made a date, so I had to go out with him. And so we both happened to end up at the same place, and I introduced the boy, and he said, well, which one is Joey? And we wouldn't tell them, and they still don't know to this day.
I guess it's just as well. Have you any experiences like that you'd care to relate, Joey? That's you, Joey, over here.
Well, in high school, we had quite a lot of fun. Janny was better in geometry, and I was better in history. And I flunked the geometry test once, and so I had to make it up after school. So Janny went and took it in my place. She knew all the answers, and so she brought the blue book up to the teacher.
Joey, that did it. You just said book, and since that's the secret word for tonight, you and your partner split $100 in cash, compliments of the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America.
Oh, thank you.
Now, where were we when you dented my checkbook?
Well, I brought the blue book up to the teacher, and as I was handing it to her, we both wear different rings, and I forgot to change my ring, and that's the only way the teacher could tell us apart, and she knew I had a pearl ring, and this girl that brought it up had a ruby ring, so she caught us in the act, but she was very nice about it.
Just kicked you out of school, huh? Well, Joey, you two not only look exactly alike, but you even dress exactly alike. Do you always dress the same?
Oh, yes.
What about boyfriends? Do you like the same boyfriends?
Oh, no. We've been very lucky about it.
Yeah. Your taste is quite...
very
different.
much the same, twins. But the twins are alike, so it doesn't make any difference who goes with who.
You don't care which one you get, huh?
No.
I guess when you've seen one twin, you've seen them all. Well, it's certainly been nice looking at you girls. Now we're going to see if two heads are better than one. You're going to play You Bet Your Life. You beat the other couples, and you'll get a chance at the $1,500 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much the other two couples won, but Fenham is going to remind our listeners.
The dietitian and the husband are ahead with $45.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected animals and birds of fact and fiction as your category. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now you have $20. How much are you going to try?
$10, Harpo.
$10. Harpo, right? Happens to be Al Ritz. All right, Janie, that's you over here.
No, I'm Joey.
Oh, no, not now. From now on, you're Janie, huh? And you're one of the Dolly sisters. You're going to try $10, and what animal do you associate with Mrs. O'Leary?
Cow.
A cow is right.
Good start. They have $30.
All right, now you got $30. Remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try?
20.
What bird do you associate with Edgar Allan Poe?
Raven.
The raven is right.
They're climbing. We have $50.
All right, you got $50. Here's your third question. How much are you going to try?
30, I think.
30. All right. What bird do you associate with the Ancient Mariner?
Oh, wait a minute now. The, seagull. Oh, it was a dove. It was a dove. No, it was a gull. We just studied that last week.
Well, I don't think you had your mind on it at the time, though. It's the albatross.
Oh, yeah.
They now have $20.
Well, you still got $20. Now, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 20 are you going to try?
All of it.
What invisible animal do you associate with Frank Fay in a successful Broadway play?
Rabbit.
The rabbit is right.
They wind up with $20, and that means the dietitian and the husband with $45 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question. When your car needs attention, it's important to get the very best service you can get. That's why you should always drive in at the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. For there's where you get a top service job every time. Expert factory-trained mechanics, working with factory-approved tools and equipment, do better work on your car, and they do it faster. That means money in your pocket. Add to this the DeSoto Plymouth dealer's constant desire to treat you fairly and squarely. and you have all the reasons why it will pay you next time your car needs attention. To take it to a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And here's the dietitian and the husband, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question, Groucho.
Here we go for $1,500. Ready? I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so think carefully and please no help from the audience. Here it is. Children the world over know about American Indians and early pioneers because of the writings of one of our greatest authors. He wrote The Deerslayer and The Last of the Mohicans, among others. Who was this man? All right, what's the answer you two have decided upon?
I think it's James Oliver Kirkwood.
No, you had the first name right, but I'm sorry, Charlie. It's James Fenimore Cooper, so that means the big question next week will be worth $2,000. Well, you lost the big money, but you won $45 in the quiz. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you.
You Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You'll Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. Two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week, the big question will be worth $2,000.
Good night, folks, and remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Folks, here's a tip from the National Safety Council. When driving, look ahead of the vehicle ahead to give yourself more stopping distance. This is George Fenneman, signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is dress. D-R-E-S-S.
Really?
You bet your life. The DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
Why doesn't he give up? Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again with $2,000 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's supposed to try for it?
We invited some Scotch war brides to the program tonight, along with their husbands. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Mr. and Mrs. Clarence Parsons. And here they are. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Well, welcome, Scotties, with the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll win $100 in cash immediately. It's a common word, something you see every day. What is your name? Nan Parsons, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're a Scotch war bride, huh?
That's right.
How old are you?
25.
25?
Yes.
Huh? 25-year-old Scotch, huh? Well, you look smooth and mellow, Nan. And if you ever need a chaser, give me a ring sometime. You're the war bride's husband?
Yes, sir.
Clarence Parsons.
That's right.
How old are you, Clarence?
29, sir.
Are you Scotch, too?
No, I'm half English and half Irish.
Oh. Half and half. Blended, eh? Where are you from, Clarence?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And what part of Scotland are you from, Nan?
I'm from Wishaw.
Wishaw?
Wishaw
I know
Scotland.
that song. When you wish upon a star. Is that the theme song of the village?
No, it isn't.
Is it, for a chick is like the bloom of the heather, her neck was like the swan. Her face, it was the fairest I had ever looked upon. Just as sure as my name is John, when I get back again to bonny Scotland. That was one of the things that contributed towards Vaudeville's death. How long have you two been married?
6 years.
Man, how long have you been married?
6 years.
What sort of work do you do, Clarence?
I'm manager of Carnation's demonstration store here in Los Angeles. It's Carnation Ice Cream Company.
Oh, and what do you demonstrate?
The dispensing of ice cream, sundaes, malts.
You don't milk any cows in the window, right?
Not recently.
What were you doing when you met Butterscotch here?
I was with Lockheed attached to the 8th Air Force in Ireland at the time. I was on leave on vacation when I met her.
How did you trap this fellow? I'm curious about it. What method does a Halen lassie use?
Oh? I think we usually...
Much more.
Well, there must be more to it than that, huh? You apparently worked very fast, didn't you?
I guess so, but ordinarily,
Why
did you wait 4 years over
You usually wait 4 years?
Yes,
Why do you wait so long?
Oh.
Does it take the groom that long before he'll cough up the $2 for the license?
To trust them.
What's that?
It takes that long to trust them.
It takes 4 years before you know whether you can trust them? It takes longer than that, kid, but you just don't realize it. You don't seem to have much of an accent, man. I thought all Scotch girls talked about the broad brick, moonlich, nick.
Well,
Why is it you don't have a bar? Not even an errand bar. If that be treason, make the most of it.
I did have an accent when I come over at first, but I lost it.
You lost it, eh? Well, I'm sorry you did, because I think it's very charming, this Scotch accent. I'm crazy about it. Are there any other Scotch war brides that you visit occasionally, man?
Yes, my sister.
Do you have any relatives over here besides your sister?
My in-laws and my closest relatives are overseas in Scotland.
Your close relatives are in Scotland, huh? They're going to be crazy about that crack, man. Are the Scots really thrifty, Nan, or is that just a kind of a legend, eh?
Oh, they're the average Scot, just as thrifty as you are.
Well, that certainly answers my question. Now, Nan, in Scotland, I understand the husband is invariably the boss. Is that true? Do the males always wear the pants in the family?
Oh, some, yes, and some have kilts.
Well, don't you find it confusing when someone says your slipper showing and you don't know whether the remark is intended for you or your boyfriend? Well, you're both very nice kids, and you have every Scottish right to be happy. Huh? Now, let's see if you're going to be the ones who get the chance at the $2,000 question. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life.
You'll never have to wonder about what kind of service you'll get when you take your car to a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. Well, that's where you always get efficient service, courteous service, service at a fair price. Yes, and that's where you'll find out about two truly great new cars, DeSoto and Plymouth. The brilliant new DeSoto, with its sweeping lines, is new from its magnificent full-width front grille to its smart-looking, newly designed rear end. Inside and out, it's as beautiful a car as you've ever seen. Inside and out, it's as practical a car as you've ever dreamed of. When you drive the new DeSoto, you'll be thrilled by the surge of power at your command. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, the beautiful car that's packed with value and ready to prove it. Now, let's see if you two will get a chance at the $2,000. Panama, explain the rules.
All right.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of four questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $2,000 DeSoto Plymouth question at the end of the show. Our other two couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's happening out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected songs with time in the title as your category. Now, here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you risk?
$10.
$10. Give me the title of this song. It's Rudy Valley's theme song. My time is your time is right.
And they're on their way with $30, Groucho.
As Fenneman says, you're on your way with $30. Remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try?
25.
25. What is the name of this song? It has time in the title.
Apple Blossom Time.
Apple Blossom Time is right.
They're climbing. We have $55.
You have $55. Here's your third question. How much of the 55?
50.
$50. They get along famously, don't they? This song was made famous in the picture Casablanca. What's the title?
As time goes by.
Time goes by is right.
They're really up there now. They have $105.
Man, you had me scared that time. I thought you were going to blow the Duke. You got $105. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 105 will you try?
All of it.
Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. You're going to bet $105. What is the title of this song? Okay, Jerry. Time on my hands is right.
And they wind up with $210.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, don't go away. You may get a chance at the big question.
Groucho, the secret word is still dress.
Dress.
Perhaps our next couple will say it.
Perhaps.
Just before we went on the air, we selected a married man from the studio audience and a hotel housekeeper. And here they are, Mr. Phil Sonis and Mrs. Vera Isolde. Meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life, kids. And if you say the secret word, you divide $100 between you. It's a common word, something you see every day. A housekeeper and a husband, eh? Mrs. Vera Isolde, you're the housekeeper, huh? Yeah. Where are you from originally, Vera?
I was born on 12th Street, New York City.
I'll call you Vera, huh?
That's right. New York City.
That's right, but I'll call you Vera anyway. You have a charming accent there, Vera. What is it?
Touch of English.
Mr. Phil Sones?
Sonis, yes.
Sonis. So what kind of an accent is that you've got?
That's California.
What part of California do you come from originally?
Chicago.
I was under the impression California only extended as far east as Pennsylvania. However, I understand they have an option on New England. What sort of work do you do?
I'm a house-to-house salesman for the Kelligan Saltwater Service Operation.
You sell houses, you say, from house to house?
No, I sell soft water.
Sounds like a pretty soft job to me. Vera, let's get back to you. I'll return to you in a moment. Don't think you've heard the last of this soft water. You're a housekeeper, you say, Vera?
Yes.
Where do you keep house?
A Flamingo in Nevada.
Keep house
Las
for
Vegas,
a flamingo? Huh? You mean you run a bird cage?
No.
What is the flamingo?
It's the most beautiful hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, Las Vegas. Oh, a squirrel cage, huh? You got me all confused. What does this menagerie look like?
We have wonderful grounds and a very, very nice casino.
Was that big casino or little casino? What is the casino?
Well, it's where the guests come to gamble.
Wiped out is what we call it. Do you get any free shots at the roulette table?
I don't gamble. I don't understand gambling.
That doesn't stop the other people in Las Vegas. You say you don't gamble at all? You don't understand it? What's a double six in craps?
Boxcar.
I see. You don't understand gambling, but you understand railroading. Is that it? Now, Vera, has anything unusual ever happened in your casino, like somebody winning?
Well, I've passed through sometimes and heard quite a noise because the people have won the jackpot.
What is the jackpot?
Well, it's slot machines, I believe. And
You're
when
not so certain now as you were.
Well, I don't understand very much about it, but I know some of them have put some money in, and out comes the jackpot,
proprietor,
as they say it.
Out comes the proprietor and fixes the machine so no money will ever come out again. Where do you live in Las Vegas?
Well, the management gives me a room and bath.
I understand the room, but who gives you the bath? The manager, eh? That's a very old joke. That's a very old manager, too.
No, it's a young manager.
A young manager. Well, in that case, you take a shower. Now, Mr. Sunnis, you might as well wake up. Do you... Tell us about this job you do, this soft water swindle that you...
It's a matter of going house to house and trying to sell the housewives on the advantages of all the soft water services that they have available to them.
And just what are they?
Well, there's mostly Culligan soft water service. That's the one I'm associated with.
That's double talk again, huh? Do you help your wife with the housework?
Occasionally.
How much do you help your wife?
About as much as other husbands.
You ever wonder what those other husbands are doing in your house? How long have you been married, Phil?
About 10 years now.
Now, how'd you meet your wife?
Well, again, it gets back to the soft water business. I was a house-to-house
What's the name of it?
The Culligan soft water. Rang the doorbell, and this very irate young lady came to the door. She was very much provoked, and her hair was in shambles. But shortly after I got through...
Shambles? In shambles? Well, is that near there? When did she get her hair back, huh?
Well, after I got through telling her about my product, she threw her arms around me, kissed me, and the next night we had a date, and I was able to explain to her the advantage of soft water.
Is that the customary reaction you get?
If you use the proper approach, it's the customary reaction.
Do you need somebody to work the other side of the street? Maybe we could combine. I could use hard water across the street, huh? Well, Vera, I've made up my mind, and I'm flying to Las Vegas in the morning on my Flamingo. But right now, let's see if you can clean up in the battle for the $2,000 question. You've got to work together as a team and run your $20 and more than the other couples to get a chance at the big question. I can't tell you how much our first couple won, but Fenneman's going to remind our listeners.
The Scottish war bride and her husband won $210.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You select the colors of flowers as your category. All right, here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you try?
5.
All right, what color is a gardenia?
White.
White is correct.
Now they have $25, Groucho.
I should say white is right. Now you got $25. Remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. Now, how much of the 25?
15.
$15. What color is a daffodil?
Yellow.
That's right.
They're on their way. They have $40.
All right, you've got $40. And here's your third question. How much of the 40?
30.
$30. What color is a poinsettia?
Red.
Red is correct.
They're climbing. They have $70 now.
All right, you got $70. And here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 70?
Shoot the moon.
What color is lilac?
Purple.
Purple is right.
And they wind up with $140.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, we'll soon know who gets the chance at the $2,000 question.
Friends, you'll find a DeSoto Plymouth dealer ready and eager to serve you no matter where you drive.
And driving my friend's a distraction. Like to come along, Fenneman?
Well, I'll go as far as the nearest DeSoto Plymouth dealer, Groucho.
I don't want you any further, Fenneman.
Well, that's where I know there's expert factory-trained mechanics who give your car and my car the same watchful care a mother gives a baby.
Did you ever try to burp at a soda?
Expert mechanics work with factory-designed and approved tools and equipment to give you the best service job you can get, no matter what the make of your car. So visit him the very first thing tomorrow morning.
Now, won't that look pretty? All those people driving around in their pajamas. All right, Penniman, who's ahead in the battle for the $2,000 question?
Well, the Scottish couple are ahead with $210, and the secret word is still dress. We invited some glass blowers and some movie stuntmen to the program tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected glass blower Richard Seaman and stuntman Bob Morgan, and here they are. Gentlemen, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, boys, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. And if you say the secret word, you'll divide $100 in cash. It's a common word, something you see every day. Mr. Richard Seaman.
Yeah.
You're a glass blower, is that right?
That's right.
Well, blow me down. Where are you from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Mr. Morgan, Bob Morgan? You're the stuntman, huh?
Yes, I am.
How's tricks?
I don't do tricks. I do stunts.
Well, how's stunts? Huh? Where are you from, Bob?
Mount Carmel, Illinois.
Pretty sticky place, isn't it? Where do you do your glass blowing?
I don't.
Mr. Seaman.
At the Glasscraft Company.
The Glasscraft, huh? Is that anything like the Chris Craft?
That's a boat.
That's a boat, huh? Well, this is a boat glass blowing. We're talking about new. So what do you do in your job?
Well, we take molten glass and on the end of a blow iron and form it into different shapes like perfume bottles or television tubes.
What's your most popular item?
The television tubes. They're in most demand right now.
Why is that?
Well, they're scarce and everybody wants them.
Everybody wants them?
They're there.
Not people who are employed in radio. Have you ever had the hiccups while blowing a light bulb? And all you got were percolator tops? Let's get back to you, stuntman. Just what do you do in your job?
Well, I double actors and stars in the business.
You mean double actors?
Whenever they have a hazardous stunt that an actor can't perform or shouldn't perform, why, they call a stuntman to do it.
You mean if there's something an actor won't do, they hire you for the job?
Yes, that's right.
I don't see how you make any money, huh? I didn't think there was anything an actor wouldn't do. Now, how much would you charge me to jump off a 100-foot cliff?
Oh, about $10 a foot.
Well, that's cheap enough. All you have is 2 feet, huh? How much would you charge me to jump off a curb?
I don't jump from curbs.
Well, how do you get across the street? How do you manage to double for a star and keep the audience from getting wise?
Well, they generally select you because of your physical resemblance to the star. They keep our back to the camera, profile, so forth, and keep our face out of the camera as much as possible.
In many cases, the audience has their back to the picture, too, you know. Our listeners would like to know how you do some of these stunts. For example, say you jump off a 500-foot cliff. How do you manage it?
Well, ordinarily they will put a parallel about 10 feet below the top of the cliff. And the stuntman will jump to the parallel, and they'll cut away to a long shot of a dummy flying through space and landing.
Do they ever get confused?
Not yet.
Now, glassblower, are you getting the jitters listening to all this mayhem?
No, I haven't.
How did you get to be a glassblower?
Well...
Did you start off to school one morning, twirling your books and say, when I grow up, I'm going to be a glassblower, and nobody's going to stop me?
That was the last thing I ever thought it would be. Just looking for a job and...
Well, you went someplace where they were blowing glass? And,
yes.
And they asked you if you had any experience? And you lied, huh?
That's right.
How do you blow glass? Do you chew up old milk bottles and puff?
No, we take molten glass and we make different articles out of it. After you get it on the end of this blowpipe, it's about 4 or 5 feet long, you can blow it into different shapes. Or
Can you control the shape of the things that come?
Any shape you want.
You can, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know what shape I want, but I don't know whether you can do it. Now, what happens after the glass is shaped?
We anneal it.
I beg your pardon.
It's annealed.
It's an eel? I thought it was a television tube.
No, it's anneal. A-N-N-E-A-L.
You don't have to spell it. All the kids are in bed by now.
What has an eel got to do with all this? Is it a live eel?
No, it's not an eel. It's an eel.
You know, we can be sued by Abbott and Costello for that. I think this guy's blown his top. I've got to humor him. What is the eel doing in your blowpipe?
Well, by that I mean an eel, you take the glass over to a furnace and you take the strains and stress out of it. And that's an eel.
Boy, you're a whiz at clarifying things. All right, now let's see how a glass blower and a stuntman make out and You Bet Your Life. You beat the other couples and you get a chance at the $2,000 DeSoto Plymouth question. I can't tell you how much the other two couples won, but Fenneman's off stage to remind our listeners.
The Scottish war bride and her husband are still ahead with $210.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You select the tools of the trade as your category. Now, here's your first question. How much of the 20 are you going to try?
How much do we got?
You have $20. You may wind up with $20.
$10.
All right. Who would use a mortar and a pestle?
Either a chemist or a scientist.
Well, I think that's right. It's a pharmacist, but I think you had it right, huh?
You're on the way with $30, Groucho.
All right. You're running along. You got $30. Remember, you're going for $2,000 tonight. Now, how much of the 30 will you try? $20. Who would use a stick and a press?
Printer, for one thing.
That's right, a printer and press.
Next time we have $50.
Here's your third question. How much of the 50? Talk it up now.
25.
How much?
25.
$25. Who would use a transit and a plumb bob?
A surveyor.
A surveyor is correct.
Now they have $75.
All right, you got $75. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 75?
$50.
Who would use a scalpel and a suture?
Doctor.
A doctor or a surgeon is right.
They wind up with $125, and that means the Scotch war bride and her husband with $210 get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question. Prompt, courteous service at a price that's fair. That's the creed of every DeSoto Plymouth dealer. When you drive in for service at the sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer, you can count on this. Expert mechanics working with factory-approved tools and equipment will give your car the careful attention you want it to have. They'll do a better job on your car in a shorter time, and that means money in your pocket. It also means a car that will give you faithful, economical service for miles and miles. So next time your car needs service, stop in and get acquainted with a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. And here's the Scotch war bride and her husband, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question, Groucho.
All right, kids, here's a chance to make you the two richest people in Scotland. Here we go for $2,000. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so think carefully and please no help from the audience. Here it is. President Truman recently made a cross-country trip to participate in a dedication at a great new dam on the Columbia River. For $2,000, what is the name of this important dam? Okay, what's the answer you two have decided upon?
Grand Coulee?
That's right. That's right. You win $2,000. You had the right answer, so you win $2,000. What are you going to do with all that money?
She's going to do it.
What are you going to do with it,
I'd
man?
like to give my husband's mother some of it, help her out. She's been so wonderful to me.
Couldn't you help her out for less money than that? All right, you win $2,000 plus $210 in the quiz. You really cleaned up tonight. Congratulations from the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast. You bet your life.
Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this time for the Groucho Marx Show, You Bet Your Life, presented by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation. And don't forget, next week, the big question will be worth $1,000.
Good night, folks, and remember, just be sure to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Folks, here's a tip from the National Safety Council. Don't wait for a rainy day to check your windshield wipers. This is George Fenneman signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast.